Hey, what's up? Yeah. Hey, thank you. You hit that thumbs up button. Anybody else wants to come on in, they can. Yeah, I can read the comments now. Thank you for understanding. I'm not in large format, but I'm in the reading glass mode. Guess I'm gonna roll one up here in a little bit. Everybody else seems like they're already there. I too much coffee, not as much marijuana as I should. I know, Nibur. That's uh, that's my backup plan. You know, when you trust God, that's what you got to do. You just got to accept change in the back of everybody else. So when everyone else is getting tired crawling on their bloody knees, and they look to God, then maybe they'll see me. Maybe. I doubt it. Unconditional love's kind of hard for the masses. They seem to crucify some people like me all the time. And I'll just pop out of the grave again and we'll just do this whole dance one more time. I mean, can't keep a good man down. Ah, yeah, you know about Nibiru. Well, they said he was the destroyer, but he's actually the resurrector. He destroys everything and he yanks them out of the grave and throws them into heaven, whether they like it or not. What would imagine going to heaven when you thought you were going to go to hell? You probably don't like that. You probably don't like going to heaven if you thought you were going to hell. So that's what's up. I think you're on the same page as me for sure, except for one thing. Don't bark up my you know what. Just stand in stand in that solitary truth. That's why they're the masses, and We are. I saw Nibiru coming back when I saw the photon belt coming back in 1985, just before the harmonic convergence on Mount Shasta. They were talking about the photon belt back then. Nibiru is a part of the photon belt, by the way. NASA was denying it back then, but in certain circles, like the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and a few other circles, they were talking about it. The Roman Catholic Church, they talked about it. They were all aware back then. They didn't call it, they called it Planet X. I just can't work without a clean slate. It's got to be a totally clean slate. Technology, I don't want to remember technology ever. I don't like technology.
You know he was little. Oh my gosh. No, that's the smallest he was.
It's already happening. The women are assuming control. Once the women control everything, like they always have, then the material paradigm will crash. That means material substance, any atomic structure will collapse. Subatomic structures will collapse. Invisible interdimensional structures will collapse. Anything that is in the human realm of thought will collapse. People will come into the presence of the living Godhead, and that'll be it. There'll only be the living Godhead, and there'll be nothing else. Well, the pole shift is just a result of other major shifts. It's not an entirety. The pole shift is more of a result of a consciousness shift, a collective consciousness shift. And then there is a hidden, unknown factor that comes into play where the, uh, the the understanding of what consciousness is uh, in an individualized and collective perspective are no longer distinctive of of that individualized personality structures that all beings seem to have. The personality structure is the satanic element. The satanic element is the personality structure. Once you surrender your personality structure, you've killed Satan. But until you can surrender your entire personality structure, Satan is alive. There's a time and a place for a beginning and an end, but the ending is always better than the beginning. Always. Egos are definitely dangerous, and it's going to happen within a matter of time that can't really be measured because it's sort of happening now. I mean, to the extent where you're talking about when and where and if. That's what they asked the masters years ago. When's it going to happen? When, where, if, why? All these questions. Well, they don't really mean anything because if you see what's happening now, you'll notice that you're the catalyst for the change, and the more you step in, the more it happens. And it can all happen in a New York minute. Everything. It can all shift instantaneously. Time and space are irrelevant. They're illusion, like they say in Hindu. It's Maya. It's an illusion. Time and space, forms and functions. Absolutely. Yes, I. Well, they wanted to do these interviews. I said $1,000 an hour. $1,000 an hour. That was a little scary for them. They didn't like that. I hit them right where it counts, right in their pocket. But Americans are the most stingiest people on the planet, so I can understand. That's why it goes to $20,000 an hour. That's why I use two guns instead of one gun. One gun doesn't cut it. Two guns. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to take a break, you guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to donate. Donate as much as you can. I'll be back.